You are the founder of Trollz Nation, is that correct?
Yes, sir.
And as far as I can tell, also, you are the individual that got some of these, I'm going to say interviews or meetings from Wack100 lined up. Is that true?
Yes, sir. Me and the help of the team, for sure.
All right, real quick, you shout out some of the other members in the team that have been influential and essential to, I'm pretty sure everybody's been essential, but can you shout out a couple of other members of Trollz Nation, please?
Yeah, of course. I'd like to shout out to my boy Ulysses, shout out to my girl AK, Delish, my boy Reed, my boy Junior, everybody, man, everybody. I can go on and on. Everybody played an important piece of what we're trying to build and how we got here.
All right, excellent. Real quick, I just want to know, just because to start this off on a nice note, what made you decide to be a fan of Tekashi? Just in general, because I'm assuming that this Trollz Nation is a branch of the Tekashi fandom, correct?
Yeah, the Trollz Nation is a 6ix9ine fan base. I became a fan of 6ix9ine back in 2018. The first song I heard was him and Trippy Red, 1469, I believe that's the name of the song. I like his style of music, you know what I mean, about as far as how he can mix rock and hip hop together. He get me amped up. So it was really that, you know what I mean. And then Gummo, that really sealed the deal from there. But that's when I became a fan, and the rest is history.
So how do you feel about not just the trolling that he does specifically? I'll ask you about that a little bit later. But how do you feel about him trolling the individuals who have passed away and are now dead? How do you feel about when he trolls the dead?
Me personally, I don't like when he do me troll the dead. That's just not my cup of tea. I feel like the person's dead, let the dead rest in peace. So for that specifically, I don't agree with that.
Okay, so a lot of us, we were introduced to 6ix9ine through his public persona on Instagram. My question is, where do you think he's a bigger influence, in his music or the way that he navigates the internet?
I would say it would have to be the internet, because 6ix9ine is a marketing genius. I believe he used the internet aspect of everything, and he uses like his skits, videos, or whatever moves he makes. He uses that to to go along with the music. He's like his shit, like his self-promoter. You know what I mean? Like he promotes himself, and he uses whatever he do on the internet to get his point across through his music. It goes like hand in hand.
Okay. So, do you think that he would have some of the issues and problems that he has with his ability to market himself, and the way that many rappers are obviously against him? I'm not speaking about the snitching per se. I'm talking about the way that he was attacked, or the way that people used to go after him when he initially came out. Do you think that would have been the same energy towards him if he would have had a different public persona? Or do you think that energy towards him precipitated his trolling on the internet, as they say?
Well, I feel like the hate that he's receiving from a lot of rappers, or from a lot of people, I think that helped build his career. Because like he said before, unfortunately the negative, it's been more talked about than a positive. So I just think a lot of rappers are playing into his hands, and I feel like it's just his image in general. You know what I'm saying? Like they say, a young Mexican with rainbow hair, with 6ix9ine tatted all over him. You know what I mean? And like hanging with Bloods. You know what I mean? Like a lot of people want to see what's going on with him, whether they like him or hate him. So I feel like he uses that as a marketing tool, because like I said, he's a marketing genius, and he knows how to spin it to his advantage.
Okay. So Out of all of the 6ix9ine songs, if there was somebody that you wanted to introduce to his music, what was the song you would have them hear first?
I would say Cuda. Cuda would definitely be the one. Cuda would definitely be the one. I like the flow of it. I like the, you know what I mean, the energy, the beat, the lyrics. I would say Cuda would have been the intro song for me.
Interesting. Okay, so I want to speak on something else real quick. Some of the information or some of the current events that's going on in hip hop that's circulating around the individual in which your network or your community has been created around. One of the individuals that's being brought up now is Jim Jones. How do you feel about this Jim Jones situation specifically?
I feel like Jim Jones put himself in a bad situation for me. I think he wouldn't be in a situation he in where people want to take his background if he would have just kept his mouth shut. You know what I mean? I feel like him.
Hold on. I don't mean to cut you off. Okay. Could you elaborate?
Okay. Yeah, okay. So basically, you know, when 6ix9ine came out, 6ix9ine was snitching, right? Jim Jones, he talked about it. He mentioned it. Even if he didn't go into details, he called 6ix9ine a rat. So, you know, I feel like when he did that, and I'm just speaking for 6ix9ine fans, you know, specifically, when he did that, people like, okay, well, let's check your background. And then I feel like if your background not clean, you shouldn't talk about certain situations. So now he found out, you know, he wound up with his foot in his mouth. So now everybody is definitely, you know what I mean, checking out and see that his background not clean. Now everybody want to put everything on the table.
Okay, that's interesting. That's one way to look at it. How do you think, first, how do you think Jim Jones should handle it from here? Like, if you was Jim Jones's team, since you don't think Jim Jones should have spoke on this in the first place, if you was Jim Jones's team, how do you think Jim Jones should handle this? I'm just curious.
Man, listen, I'll say this. If I find myself in this position he in now and everybody questions my background, bro, I'm going to put it up on the table. If I ain't no rat or if I feel like I ain't doing nothing suspect, I'm going to address every situation like a real man should.
Okay, interesting. So what do you think, because lately Wack100 has been speaking on this specifically. You've been in a couple of these rooms where Wack100 has been speaking on this, have you not?
Yes, I have.
Also, let's say shout out to the Eastern District. That's another clubhouse that I've been in also where Wack100 has been. I think you've also been in there with me and Wack100 or with Wack100 and their community. Shout out to the Eastern District. Shout out to Trollz Nation. That's obviously what this interview is. But I do want to say the other day, I believe I was in Eastern District where I was. And basically, Wack100 was speaking on this particular situation. I believe you was in there also. I think you was one of the people who was actually leading the conversation. So when I say this, I want to know, with you speaking with Wack100 on this, how do you feel Wack100 perceives Tekashi 6ix9ine's position or in this particular situation? What's your perception of how you and Wack100 has conversed back and forth about what's your perception that you think of Wack100 on this?
Well, I feel like Wack100 is one of the few people that gets what 6ix9ine is doing. You know, I feel like he understands that what 6ix9ine is doing as far as his trolling is marketable, and he's, you know, I think he sees 6ix9ine as a marketing genius, and I feel like he sees everything that 6ix9ine is doing is lucrative. You know what I mean? And he's not the type of person that would shy away from, you know, making money. You know what I mean? So I think it's just that. You know what I mean? I don't think it's nothing personal, nothing more. You know, I think it's just, you know, he kind of understands where he's coming from, and yeah, and you know, he's just doing business.
Okay, so he's been saying he's 6ix9ine's manager. What's your feeling on that? I'm just curious. Shout out to, first of all, can I just say this? Wack100 is one of the most entertaining non-rappers in rap. Can we agree on that?
No, that's a fact. But as far as the manager aspect, from what I've seen and heard from him, he said he's not 6ix9ine manager. He said that 6ix9ine can't be managed. You know, because 6ix9ine is like I said, a marketing genius, and an artist like him can't be managed. So the thing he's doing is he's kind of helping him, you know what I mean, to get bags that he probably wouldn't have got if he didn't have a person like Wack100, you know what I'm saying, helping him.
Okay. It's just giving them a little bit of guidance.
Yeah, just a little bit of guidance.
Okay, that's what it is. Well, we all need a little bit of guidance anyway, just in general. So it's always good to see an OG reaching out to somebody. And because I think this is just my opinion and I could be wrong, but I think that often or too often we see a youth that goes through something that we might think, you know, oh man, what are they doing? And we want to ostracize them, or we want to alienate them too often instead of teach them the right way to do it. So basically what you're saying is that Wack100 is looking at this particular situation with 6ix9ine, and he's saying, well, y'all saying all of these negative things, right? You're saying all of these negative things. Fine. But why don't we add some positivity to it and try to help the young man? Because these are teachable moments. Do you feel like this is what Wack100 is trying to say?
I don't know if it's exactly that, like he's trying to say, you know what I'm saying? I think Wack100 is really saying, like, okay, I understand that y'all calling the kid a rat, but let's call a spade across the board. I believe Wack100 ain't the type of dude that would, you know what I mean, that would take favoritism, you know what I mean, on certain situations. Like a lot of dudes, like they like to pick and choose who to call out. Wack, you know what I'm saying, he just like want to put all the cards on the table. So I don't think it's that much of a, let's see the good or the bad in this kid. He's saying, like, let's just put everything out on display. If y'all gonna call out one person, let's call out everybody.
I want to reset the room real quick. For everybody that don't know, this is the T-Rollz interview. I want everybody to respect the fact that no one will be invited up to the floor until it's time for questions, if T-Rollz want to take some. And then at that point, we will then invite people up one by one that might want to ask T-Rollz a question. So right now, we're not inviting anybody up to the floor at all, because we're going to respect T-Rollz and his ability to have this interview. So I just want to throw that out there, because, you know, I didn't say it, so some people might not have heard. What happened?
Can you do me one favor? I'm getting people saying that the room is locked, so a lot of people not able to come in and watch.
Copy. How do I unlock the room?
Just click on the three dots, and it says let visitors in.
I clicked on the three dots. Which three dots am I clicking on?
Right by the lock button on the right.
I clicked on the three dots. And then now what am I clicking on?
It should say, like, let visitors in.
It don't even say that, homie. I clicked on the three dots and it sent me to BBN Network members.
Oh, okay, then we good. Okay.
But I do see the lock. I clicked the lock. It says club rooms are for club members only unless open to everyone on Clubhouse.
Correct.
So maybe I locked it by accident. But it's locked at this point, so we're going to get back to our interview.
Right, let's get it. We got it.
All right. All right, so I want to know, what is next for Trollz Nation? What is the mission statement of your organization?
Well, our mission, like, so when I started this, right, we actually seen 6ix9ine going to sleepers in LA, you know what I mean? And I was just seeing that his fan base really didn't have the opportunity, because there was so many people, so we didn't have the opportunity to really interact with the person, you know, that we represent, the person, you know, the artist that we, like, listen to, whatever.
Yeah, Avatar.
And, a lot of people wasn't showing us respect because we were representing 6ix9ine. So I feel like with them, you know, everybody is humans. Everybody are individuals. You know, like we just like y'all. We like the same thing y'all like. So I made this community so where all 6ix9ine fans can come in and we can, like, you know, chop it up. You know, we can communicate with each other. And I'm like, man, listen, we can make this into a brand. You know what I mean? So it was more so coming to Clubhouse and trying to demand our respect. But, you know, as we got bigger, you know what I mean, it's kind of like a misunderstanding. Like, okay, now we interacting with people. They see who I am as a person, and they respect it. And I see who they are as a person, and I respect it. And we just start gaining relationships then, and we just took off.
Okay. So I heard you say that this was created, 6ix9ine fan-based things and such. So my question is this. Outside of Tekashi 6ix9ine, what else do your organization or your community intend to offer? Like if there was somebody that was like, yo, y'all guys is really cool. I like hanging out, but I'm not really a Tekashi fan. What can you offer for individuals with that type of energy?
Well, it's different people in our group that's talented. You know what I mean? So it's more so showing everybody talents. Like we dabbing into podcasting, we dabbing into YouTube, into merch. You know what I mean? Artwork. My boy Reek, he do art. You know what I mean? Shit, like damn near interviews. You know what I mean? Just really, but we just really made a room in the community where people can come in and just be themselves. Where you can come in, you know, we have game nights. You can come in and have different conversations, serious conversations. You know what I mean? Just have fun, laugh. It's just like a lot of people got a lot of shit going on outside of in life. You know what I mean? So it's like our club room is where you can come in and just be yourself, man. Just take that hard shit off your body, that weight off your shoulder. Just come in and relax and have a good time.
Okay. So are there any prerequisites to an individual that might be like, okay, I want to get down with the team. I might not necessarily have any. How do I get in contact with Trollz Nation?
Just follow us on Clubhouse or on Instagram. You can follow me at Trollz State of Mind on Instagram, or come to Clubhouse, the greenhouse up top, Trollz Nation. And it's not hard, man. Like even if you're not a 6ix9ine fan, that's cool. You know, our room is built off growth and respect. You know what I mean, and loyalty. So if you come in, like Jack, if you come in, you say, listen, T-Rollz, I'm not a 6ix9ine fan, right? But I like what y'all got going on, and I respect what y'all got going on. Off that alone, bro, you're more than welcome. You know what I mean? As long as you respect the room and have a respectable debate. If I don't agree with you on a situation, but we had that conversation, and the conversation end on respect, that's all it's about, man. It's about. So
you can't be like calling somebody a BAN in the middle of disagreeing with them. That's not cool. Bitch ass nigga.
Like all that, man, all that stuff, man. Just leave that out the door.
Boom.
Trollz Nation, bro.
Boom.
It's all respect.
Boom. Let's go. All right, I'm here for this. Let's go. All right, so you said y'all have game night. What kind of games is y'all talking about? I need to know, because I need to know what kind of clothes to wear.
Let's see. All right, so we might have the acting night, right? So acting night is basically where you would come in as your favorite actor. You know what I mean? You come in as your favorite actor. That would be your PTR. And we probably give out a scene. You know what I mean? So it's like if you play Brett Mac, I play Simply Well. And
okay.
Like, the scenery is we both been in a car accident. Now we get into the argument.
Okay.
Character. You have the same character. If you break character, you get knocked down to the audience. The last one standing might win the prize. You know what I mean?
Okay. Wait, hold on. Slow up some. You're going too quick. You're going too fast over there, homeboy. You trying to tell me? Let's just break this down so I make my PTR. The PTR, for everybody that don't knows about Clubhouse terminologies. That's, as you can see, the photo, the avatar, the pictures. That's the PTR. So basically, you come in as your favorite actor or whatever actor you plan on portraying that day, PTR, and then y'all make scenarios and you just gotta make them up and act them out.
You gotta. So if you Bernie Mac, bro, you gotta act like Bernie Mac through the whole scene. If you mess up, get knocked down to the group. The last one standing.
Nah, that's lit.
The last one standing wins either with a cash out or some type of prize.
That's lit.
And we also have, Freestyle Fridays. You know what I mean? We have that. We have Ladies Night where the ladies come in and they.
Hey, am I invited to any of this shit? I want to know. I want to know if me and the BBN Network is invited.
BBN is always invited.
Boom.
Everybody's invited. Ladies, we got Ladies Night. Y'all take control. Y'all take control of the room.
Let's go.
Cater to y'all. Whatever y'all need, whatever conversation y'all want to have, we with it. Y'all want to be on.
Let's go. Let's go.
This is some of the things we do at Trollz Nation.
Let's go. All right, I'm feeling this shit. All right, so what else we talking about? All right, so you was just speaking about how during game night there are cash prizes. You were also speaking about how there's individuals inside of your community that some of you guys are working together in order to get to the bag. So my question is this. Earlier in the beginning of the interview, you said you was building this as a brand.
Yes, sir.
So I want to know how present, like what do you have to, like merch specifically, are y'all planning on having to give out? And who are the individuals in which y'all have that are creating rap music and or skits or television or whatever the hell?
Well, we don't have no actors or no or musicians, as far as I know, besides my boy Reed. I believe he rapped. But we don't really have no actors in our group, so you know it's just a fun thing to do with that. But as far as the merch, you know, it's something that we definitely is working on. You know, Reed, like I said, he's the art designer.
Boom.
He come up with the art. You know, we put our minds together for the merch. You know what I mean? I feel like that's something that we're gonna do, especially when 6ix9ine come into the room. You know what I mean? So I don't want to say too much, but you know, but we do have some things going on as far as the gives of cash apps. We had an event before where we was giving out $100 cash apps all night. $100 cash apps all night. You know what I mean? To the winner of different games. So you know, we're not playing, man. We just want to show people that we genuine about what we do and we show our appreciation.
All right, that's what it is. Okay, so I'm gonna ask you a whole nother question. It's gonna be really self-serving. So recently, Jake Frost, that's the guy you're talking to, have come up to you, and I basically have been speaking with you about your own branding and things as such. So I want to know, on other platforms other than Clubhouse, do y'all plan on stretching out to and expanding on? I'm assuming you're already going to get a YouTube at one point. So with the exception of YouTube and Instagram, are there any other platforms that you and your brand plan on extending to in the near future?
Any platform that's out there, we trying to touch everything. We not trying to limit ourselves. We trying to listen. If we could touch Jesus, we going up there. You know what I mean? Ain't nowhere we not trying to go.
Okay.
I'm just gonna say that.
All right, that's what it is. That's what it is. So there's a plan and there's a mission. So I got a question. At this point, would you like to accept some questions from the audience down there? I'm going to give you the opportunity to call the person up. So who's the first person we're going to call up? And remember, everybody, it's one question.
I mean, anybody, like whoever got their hands raised or whatever.
Anybody want to raise their hand?
I ain't ducking no questions.
Okay. Also understand, some people might come up here and curse me out. So we're going to see how this goes. We inviting a June up here. There was somebody down there named June. We invited June up. June has not accepted the invite up. Is there anybody that want to raise their hand because you want to ask? June Love is now up here. Shout out to June Love. June Love, do you have a question for T-Rollz?
I got a question. I was just listening to this shit, but I just want to make sure you're good, my man. That's all.
Thank you very much. Appreciate you, my brother.
All right, Jack.
Thank you very much. This is T-Rollz's show. Can we keep the energy on T-Rollz, please? With all due respect. This is T-Rollz's interview. Could we please give that man his respect and his community that respect? Anybody else want to speak? And I do appreciate everybody that's here. We love everybody that here, everybody that showed up.
I feel like nobody got a question. Yeah, I got questions.
One question. One question. Shout out, my brother. Copy.
T-Rollz, given that Wack just said that 6ix9ine has around 4 to 5 bangers, do you think that 6ix9ine got a second run in him? Yeah, man, I feel like 6ix9ine definitely gonna go as far as he want to go. 6ix9ine makes great music. And as far as I believe, Wack said that he gave somebody 6ix9ine music that hates 6ix9ine. You know what I mean? And he said all of them was bangers, and he hated that he loved the song. So if a hater says 6ix9ine song is a banger, we got something to look forward to. Shout out to Trollz Nation.
Yo, great question. Great question. Who else? Anybody else want to ask T-Rollz a question? Could we keep those good questions? By the way, we're gonna come up here and be like, "What kind of sex do you like to eat? What are you talking about?" Could we? Anybody else want to ask a question to T-Rollz up here? Okay. I guess we'll just finish the interview. Not in the interview, finish the interview just so we can be clear. All right. Okay, here we go. Will Gotti. Let me look at this guy's word. Because could we just ask questions based on the we're asking T-Rollz. 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 This is
Got you.
appreciate you.
I am definitely a Trollz Nation supporter. I'm just not a 6ix9ine fan.
Okay.
Them dudes show me nothing but respect over there. They let me speak. I fuck with them hard about it. So,
Shout out to you, Will.
definitely. This is my question. As a grown adult, understanding the fact that he did some shit, he don't want to take accountability for his action, and he's deflecting on the next person instead of just dwelling on his shit. You don't feel like a certain type of way because he's putting out a certain type of music that stands for a certain type of shit that he's not abiding by 100%?
I will say this first, Will, and I love you asked that question. And this is one thing Trollz Nation's about. We about different opinions. It always turns into a great debate. I wouldn't say 6ix9ine hasn't took accountability for his actions because he always admitted that he snitched. You know what I mean? I feel like that's good enough because a lot of dudes out here that's not admitting that they snitching. So that's first and foremost. Second one is man. I don't. As a grown man, I don't feel the type of way, bro, because it's a lot of rappers out here that's talking about shit that they haven't done. They promoting drugs. They promoting killings. You know what I mean? I feel all that groups together, bro. All that groups together. I feel like that's just a rap game in what we living in right now.
So what I meant by accountability is actually not telling. I just want to clarify that.
Oh man, listen, I can't tell a grown man what to do. You know what I mean? I can't tell a grown man.
Appreciate you, Will. That was that.
Whatever his decision was, that I'm pretty sure he's living by it. You know what I mean? And he got to stand by it for sure.
Appreciate that. Was actually a really good question. I'm pretty sure there's a lot of people that want to ask that same question.
Yeah, that was a great question.
Yeah, great job, Will. We appreciate you.
Shout out to you, bro.
Shout out to y'all. I appreciate being able to ask the question.
That's a fact.
All right, we have somebody else coming up right now that want to ask you a question. Like I said, all questions please be directed at the Okay, ask the question.
Bro on the phone.
Yeah, they was gonna come in here. First of all, thank you for being respectful and not coming in here and ruin T-Rollz's interview. Thank you for whatever that troll was. I appreciate that. For real, for real. Anybody else? We got Liberty. Hazelton wanted to come up. Let's invite him to speak. He was trying to come up a little bit earlier. I just scrolled down and resaw the
Hey, what's up, T-Rollz? How you doing, bro?
What up, Liberty, bro?
Hey, no, I was just gonna ask you to maybe let these guys know what you got going on this afternoon as far as on Trollz Nation.
Yes, sir. So basically, what we got going on, we got an event that's about to happen. It's a part 2 of us talking about Jim Jones. We got more information, more just a little bit into depth of his case that's unknown that happened back in 2008 due to a murder. So it's not no drugs, it's not no RICO, it's him actually dodging a murder case. We got more information on it, and it's really gonna get dark. It's really gonna get dark for him. So that's the event that we got going on this evening.
Okay.
Chance to plug that, bro. Hey, man, what's up, Jack?
Appreciate you. Yo, good question, Liberty, because I didn't get around to asking him that yet, and I might have forgot. So Liberty Hazelton coming through with the win. Yeah. Salute. Yeah, shout out to Liberty. Anybody else want to come up here and ask T-Rollz a question? It's one person at a time, y'all, because we ain't gonna have a whole shouting yard. Anybody else? I'm picking people raising their hands. Anybody would like to come up here and ask T-Rollz a question? Did I show Liberty's jump off? We don't lack on the promotion over here. This is the BBN Network. We don't lack on the promotion. Okay, so T-Rollz, let's get back to interview real quick, and we're gonna close it out strong. So, a year from now, where do you expect this brand to be?
I expect us to be on top, man. I expect us to be I expect us to be where we are appreciated more, where we are respected, to where we can have conversations with top people. You know what I mean? Even if you ain't all the way at the top, just having conversations with people that's of importance to help us get where we're trying to get and achieve our goals. I expect us to be around that point. Okay,
that's what it is. I heard you a little bit earlier speaking about Tekashi 6ix9ine quite possibly coming into your room, your Trollz Nation room. Everybody go follow Trollz Nation on Clubhouse. So the thing I'm trying to say is, if somebody is a supporter of Tekashi's, I'm not talking about the people who just want to be a part of Trollz Nation because y'all do fun stuff. I'm saying if an individual wanted to be a supporter of Tekashi, because he or she is a supporter of Tekashi, how do they find y'all on Clubhouse?
Man, they can, like I said, if you follow my IG, I'm plugging the Clubhouse in that. Follow us at Trollz Nation on Clubhouse. And at the end of the day, this is what we do it for. Our whole goal was to make sure 6ix9ine come into the room for the fan base. So all the steps that we took, everything we had to do, the bad and the good to get to this point for 6ix9ine coming to the room, it was all worth it just for the fan base, man. So the fan base took a dub for this.
Okay, so this is anybody that's going on the Clubhouse. I'm sorry about that. There was a big ass truck passing me. Anybody that would like to go on Clubhouse, anybody that would like to go on to Clubhouse and join Trollz Nation. This is Trollz Nation on Clubhouse. Go become a member. At 4:30 today, they have part 2 with Jim Jones, Capo, Confidential Informant. That's what they're asking. So y'all can go speak with these guys, see what they have to say about the particular okay, so
it's gonna get real dark for that, man. That's what I'm saying. It's gonna be a real dark situation. No light.
Okay. All right. So, with that being said, wait, hold on. Somebody named D. Derek would like to come up. The actual question answering point is over. Derek Devers. I know Derek. This is only questions. This is only questions for T-Rollz. This is a T-Rollz interview. These are only questions for T-Rollz, with all due respect. I'm inviting you up. Shout out to Derek. I think this is my homie. Yeah, he said, oh man, this is only for T-Rollz interview. Yeah, see, he BBN, so I ain't know if he knew. With that being said, anything you want to go out with, my brother T-Rollz?
Yeah, man. Shout out to you for having me on here, man. Doing my first interview. This was a special moment for me. Shout out to the Eastern District for showing me love. Anita, War, CK. Shout out to y'all. Shout out to Trollz Nation, especially. Shout out to the team. Appreciate y'all for grinding with me, and we only going up from here.
That's what it is. Definitely appreciate you, my brother. First thing I want to say is thank you very much for pulling up and allowing for me to do this interview with you. This is actually the inaugural interviews that I've giving out on Clubhouse with this particular style and in this particular format. I don't know if anybody else on Clubhouse is currently doing interviews in this manner. This is the first way to interview a motherfucker, and this is how we're doing this. So thank you very much for being my inaugural interview for Interview with Jack Frost. Thank you very much. I appreciate you. With that being said, we're just going to close out and we're going to let everybody go. Thank you for everybody that pulled up into the audience. Just yell out some names. What up, Vertical? What up, OG King, Almond, Ulysses, FNN, FNA, Foot in the Ass Entertainment, AK, Delish, War, Peso, Anita, Money, T. Is that T-Mobile over here? You try to be disguised. You just put the beginning of your name. Who else we got over here? What up, Marcus? What up, King? What up, JUD? What up, Hodge? What up, Farm? The Farm? The THC. What up, Schemo? What up, Pierre? What up, Strategic? What up, Liberty? And what up, P Code Slim? What up to all of y'all? Very happy that y'all guys pulled up in here. Shout out to Derek. He was in here for 5 minutes. And shout out to everybody else that came through for the show today. Shout out to everybody in the comment section on BBN Network watching this live stream that was in here with the comments. Next time we do interviews like this, I will make a portion of the show where we take questions from our BBN audience also. With that being said, like, comment, subscribes, join the notification gang. Hashtag Bronx Bombers. Let's get it. I love y'all. Take care of each other. Hug the kids for me. I haven't forgotten about you. And that's all I got on this one. I'm out.